Thanks so much, Kayla. Zach Orrell from Indianapolis Motor Speedway joins us now because there is a new Behind the Bricks podcast dropping, focused on the golf course.
Yeah, we, Doug and I were trying to figure out what to do, and I think one of the cool things about our track is, I mean, there's so much to do, but no other place in the world can you find a golf course not just alongside, but inside a racetrack. So Doug and I just kind of had a couple hours on the course, and we went around. And there's a lot of really cool history on the golf course as well, and we wanted to highlight that, kind of show that off for our fans.
Just a moment ago, you and I were talking about the fact that the Fab Four, the Beatles, actually showed up there, and they were trying to escape the mobs at the original hotel where they were booked. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so it was never originally planned that the Beatles were going to stay at our hotel. They were supposed to stay at another hotel for a show in Indianapolis, and fans caught wind of where they were going to be, and there were just mobs of people at that hotel. So they moved them kind of out of the way. You know, back then Speedway was a lot more, out of Indianapolis than it is today. And, we kept them at the Speedway Motel, and I think it was a little bit out of sight, out of mind, and they could, get out a little bit, have fun on the golf course. And one of our really iconic photos is the four of them on the green. And so Doug actually went to that exact spot where we believe they were standing and took that photo. It's just kind of a cool, thing. And it's really one of the photos that people gravitate most to when it comes to us.
Speaking of which, let's take a look at a clip from the podcast.
So besides the fact that the golf course is beautiful at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, what's made it special since 1929 are the holes that are actually inside the racetrack. And when you're standing here on the 7th tee box, this par 3 hole, maybe the most difficult hole at the Speedway, you can see the road course, you can see turn 2 of the oval, you see the pagoda, you see the beautiful work that our grounds crew does on the grass here and how they put logos in there to make it special. You know you're at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway when you play this golf course. Currently, there are 4 holes inside the Speedway, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Everything else is outside.
And this is so much fun just to see the way the golf course is sequestered right in the middle of the racetrack. So
and so Doug and I were standing at that's hole 7. We were standing up there, and I never appreciated before how close you are to the road course, and we had Ferraris roaring past us going through turn 10, and you never realize how close you are, and that's just an experience you're not going to get anywhere else. And I know golf is supposed to be quaint and quiet and fun, but I mean, when there's a Ferrari roaring right past you, I mean that's kind of a cool experience, right?
And I would think some golfers want to come just for that experience, just to have a story to tell.
No, I think that's exactly right. I think when you come to our golf course, I think it's really about the experience, and you know what you're getting into, and it's not going to be like anything you've ever had before. And we've really, put a lot of effort into the golf course over the last couple of years and really brought it up to a very modern, very pristine standard. And so it's a really, really cool experience.
He's Zach Orrell from Indianapolis Motor Speedway.